How much damage am I dealing here? If he has Chain Vest, he might still win, but we're putting him on like a specific card at this point. He has Chain Vest, and we're sad, very sad. But he still takes, what is this, 12 damage? Beautiful, actually beautiful. The way you like get around this deck is, you know, going around it. That's always how it's been. Hey guys, how's it going? Jason Sean here, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are featuring some Nightfall Aggro. It's a deck that has sort of been long forgotten since the Stalking Shadows nerf. Been playing around in a couple iterations here and there, but this season, somebody by the name of Duckling, you might know or don't, seasonal champion by the way, has been finding a little bit of success with Nightfall on ladder, and I want to give it a try because I think it's one of the more interesting aggressive decks out there. It's an aggressive deck that beats other aggro decks because it also has its own bit of burn and healing through Doom Beast. One of the quintessential cards in the deck, being able to burn down your opponent as well as heal health back from you, gives you a little bit more sustainability within some of the more aggressive matchups. Now, that's not to discount the absolute explosive factor that Nightfall Aggro can just spam down on the board with 9 1-drops that it competes with a lot of other aggro decks and just how low to the ground it is. But where the power really comes in is being able to run Stygian Onlooker, one of the best aggro cards in the game, being a 1-mana 4/1 Fearsome on an attacking turn, which is huge. If you look at a card like Risen Rider being slammed down on turn 2, already giving opponents a hard time. Well, now you can spam it at half the cost, and to technically get to run 6 of them with 3 copyings of Fading Memories as well, being able to copy Stygian Onlookers on board to push a lot of damage between that turns 3 and turns 4. And once you put them down, you know, maybe you're dealing like 12 damage on turn 4, suddenly we just have Doom Beast to close out the game. The rest of the deck, we have a lot of other cards, such as Diana Pale Cascade, to just proc our Nightfall activators. Diana also being a very fantastic card now that you can always give her Challenger on your attack turns, allowing you to sort of thin down the board, decide where you want to put out your trades, and also just drag Fearsome blockers out of the way is really big. Change to Diana being able to just provide you a little bit of support to what this archetype really wants to be doing. Crescent Guardian has been making its way back to the list right now. I feel like Crescent Guardian's a little bit of an interesting card. Sometimes you see it being played, other times you don't. But having the Overwhelm right now is just really important. This idea of like racing down your opponent, having the burn, is just very good right now. And Crescent Guardian does that phenomenally, having 5 attack with an Overwhelm stat at 3 mana as well. Moonlight Affliction, very, very cool tech card, allowing you to remove 2 blockers from battle. Very good at pushing surprise lethals if your opponent does not expect it. Nice one of. Stalking Shadows, one of. Unfortunately, it's at 3 mana. It's hard to run more than that. So instead of that, we do have cards like Unspeakable Horror to just give us extra value instead, as well as Heavens Aligned to just give us, again, a little bit more value, make sure we have our Nightfall activators, and make sure we have things to do as our turns progress. The overall game plan with this deck is pretty simple. We do want to spew out boards early on, but we do need to be a little bit more concise about how we play our cards, what order we play them, and what we want to hold back. I think a lot of turns you have to decide how am I activating my Nightfall in the following turns, because you don't really want to be playing like Stygian Onlooker to activate your Nightfalls. That just puts you in a really awkward spot because this is one of your strongest Nightfall cards. And if you're using a Nightfall card to activate another Nightfall card, you're taking away progress from cards like Diana, and that might slow down your game plan as well. So whether that be like to save a gem from the Mountain Goat to play in the following turn, or having a card that you want to play Fading Memories on the board in order to activate your Nightfall, or having played a Dustbringer for the same fact of just being able to have Dust Petal Dust to activate your Nightfall, you just really need to figure out how to do it. And so you can't just be blindly playing out your entire hand all the time, which I think is one of the really cool aspects of this deck, being able to plan out, you know, those first 5 turns. What does my mulligan look like? In what order do I play my units? Do I save my 1-drop this turn so I can play it next turn to activate Nightfall? Makes this deck super cool and intricate that I think a lot of aggro decks just don't really care about at all. And which makes this one of my favorite all-time aggro decks in the game. So I hope I can share some of that love with you guys. We had some pretty cool games. So please go check those out. And with that said, I'll leave you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe down below in the video and comments and whatnot. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video. So peace out, guys, and take care. Oh, Gnar, huh? So it's a Bandle Pirates deck. Into most aggro decks, I think our deck should do quite okay, just because we have both Diana and Doombeast. Now keeping both of them is a little awkward, like it's hard to play Diana on turn 2. We also do need to be cognizant of potential like make it rains and stuff like that. Fire Soldier's a fantastic draw. It helps me pump down the board. I already couldn't play Diana on turn 2 to give it Challenger. But what's really cool about Diana now is that I can still play Diana on turn 2, and then in the future turns I get to proc Diana's like Nightfall. And he doesn't really have a good way of dealing with this Diana, so it's just a 2/2 quick attack for now. And also just like get some tempo out, eventually push 2 damage. Unfortunately, I didn't draw like the Lunari Dustbringer, but even if I drew the Lunari Dustbringer, like I would have to trade it off, and then I wouldn't have a unit to like challenge Diana. So I feel pretty happy just playing Diana out here. The unfortunate news is that I need a 1-drop. I need a 1-drop really badly. Because right now I can't proc this Nightfall for my following turn, which I really desperately need. Okay. It looks like his hand has been quite slow as well. Stygian, huh? Harley Faith. What does he have on turn 3 that he wants to do that? Butcher, huh? Butcher. I could just play the Crescent Guardian. What does my next turn look like? It's also like a variable. I don't know what my next turn looks like. Like I might have to play 3-drop into 1-drop, and I can't play the Doombeast. I could like blank Pale. Ooh. Okay. Yikes. I think I'm playing Diana into Stygian next turn, or something of the sorts. I have to sack Diana this turn though. I'll trade off one to here, I'll trade off Diana, and then I guess I'll trade off one of these guys. As long as I can like... Jesus Christ, what? Okay, I mean, jeez. Good for you, buddy. Wow, yeah. I was saying as long as I'm able to keep up, like, as long as, like, you know, I stay at a relatively healthy pace, I do have Doombeast to come back in the game. So, I need to just play for board for now. I can just go to Diana plus X. Unspeakable is fantastic. Unspeakable is actually phenomenal here. Unspeakable is so good here. I maybe could have played Stygian instead. But I think actually I need the I need the value. Moonlight's kind of worthless. Alright, no TF. If you had like a TF gold card there, that'd be kind of annoying. So... Oh, his hand is dead, yeah. Like, we just like outgrinded him. Or rather, he had 6 1-drops, right? What do I do here though? I'm out. Still an awkward spot. I like Pale here, block here. Fortunately, Diana's not leveling. Unspeakable. Unspeakable is fantastic. I think I'm at a reasonable health total that I can take an extra 3 damage here. The question is, what are my turns looking like? Like, I could just go, like, Nocturne plus X. Oh, I see. Ooh, that's a slight punish for sure. Because I don't kill the Misfortune now. I can still kill it with, like, Unspeakable. But now I'm, like, a little bit behind on board. I could also just go like Nocturne or Unspeakable Nocturne. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Exactly what I needed there. Perfect, perfect. Alright. And now I just make the MF. Have the vulnerable thing. And then I trade down board. I have this to answer another Make It Rain, so I'll keep it as a reactive pool just in case. And these trades look fantastic. Alright, let's go. I'm just gonna play this for the heal. There should be no... Well, I always get the heal, right? Okay, so I'm fine waiting. There's no... Should be no reason. Onto us is fantastic. That's extra healing. Just in case there's like a 1 health unit we need to ping. Okay, alright. Yeah, like we should be able to outgrind Aggro in those cases. We also have the Doom Beast onto Dusk, etc. to just outgain and outheal him. Like in those cases, we shouldn't really be losing to burn at all. Ooh. This is an interesting matchup, because like... This is like... in contention. Like who's favored and whatnot. Like I really just want like triple 1-drop. I don't even know if I keep Melt and Goat. The downside is if I don't hit exactly triple 1-drop, but I think like the upside is so high. Like my curve is so low that I... Please. Please. Oh my god. Okay, now I kind of regret it. Like, Saga Seeker on turn 1 is really bad for us, for obvious reasons. Yeah. Saga Seeker on turn 1 is really bad. If they don't have Saga Seeker, I think the matchup favors us a little bit more. But I was really just looking for, like, you know, 1-drop, 1-drop, 1-drop. Like the, Dust Petal, like Lunari Dustbringer would have been really good here. Solari Soldier. Wow, that's the hand you give me? Holy frick, dude. So I play like Stygian. What the hell do I do here? I play Stygian into Fading into Stygian. And then I play Diana. And then I Nocturne. I go for like a... this is the only turn to play Stygian, because I'll have the Nocturnes. Wow, this is so awkward. I just pray that I hit like a Dustbringer, so I can go Dust Petal into Stygian into Nocturne. It's like really all I have here. I can't even attack this turn. Like I just pray I draw into like a Dust Petal. I might even Stalking Shadows next turn, just to try to find it. If I draw it, I'll play it, and that's perfect. Otherwise, I need like Stalking to hit it, because it like I need it. Words don't describe how much I need Dust Petal, like the Dust Petal next turn. Actually, oh, it doesn't work. I don't have mana. Oh, that's so sad. I don't have mana to do it. Jesus. I still do it though. Like I'm still playing Nocturne, I guess. My god. Everything's going wrong. Do I just play like 3 Stygians? Like this is the one turn I can potentially get away with it, because Diana gets to pull away 1 Fearsome blocker, and then I have 3 Stygians get through, and then Nocturne levels on the attack next time. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. In this case, I'm just gonna save Diana. Like, I'll just challenge the Saga Seeker and he's forced to block a Stygian anyways. This is perfect. He got really greedy. much damage am I dealing here? He has Chain Vest, he might still win, but we're putting him on like a specific card at this point. He has Chain Vest, and we're sad, very sad. But he still takes, what is this, 12 damage? Beautiful, actually beautiful. The way you like get around this deck is, you know, going around it. That's always how it's been, and that's never changed, right? And that's because we're patient with our Stygian. And then we'll be able to give this vulnerable, and then he'll be forced to. Oh god, this is great. This is a grant, so I could grant this minus. No, because like if he attacks into it, I didn't think this one through enough. Maybe I do give it to the goat. No, because then I still can't kill it if I block. Like he'd always just trick it into non-combat range. So the only way right now is just to Nocturne this. My next turn's like kind of awkward though, because I'm not really getting damage through. Oh, but oh, never mind. It's like this gets rid of Fearsome's next turn. I still have to play Nocturne this turn, I think. I can always gem this to get it out of range, so I think it's not that important. Oh, but we can get single combated now. You have more Nocturnes, I guess. So it's not the biggest deal. He has a single combat here. It still sucks. Could we have played around it? No, because... if we had one more mana, we could like Unspeakable. Okay, that works. Whoa. Oh, but Nocturne's not level now. That's kind of unfortunate. Level's on the swing, but that doesn't really do anything. What is this? Pantheon? No, Pantheon's not level this turn. Another White Flame? Alright. So there's no Concerted Strike. Here's a buff card he needs to play on the White Flame. I'm not sure why he didn't just like gem White Flame, or like play this and then save the gem. Because like gemming this didn't really do much at the moment. He still needs to play a card here, and then that leaves him very limited options here. I don't need to kill this, but if he has like a Zenith Blade next turn, I do feel very bad about my life. Okay, it's like I'm not guaranteed to kill this. No, I am, right? Because, no. He has Sharp Sight or Guiding Touch, I don't kill it. It's a problem. Could like drag this way. Then you'd have to trick this, and then it doesn't change the fact that you still lose to Pantheon X, things like that. If he has Pantheon, do I ever win? I was so close. So close this game. Didn't quite get there. I'm not sure what's correct here anymore. Ugh. Like, I don't know if he has Zenith Blade. I don't know if I can play around the Zenith Blade. He needs a buff here. And then maybe you could have buffed here. maybe doesn't have like a Pantheon plus buff if he has like, if he had double buff last turn. Like I probably should have went for the kill on the White Flame. But if he doesn't have a buff here, he's also just dead. It's kind of an interesting one. Like say his hand is like unit spell like Pantheon, he needs to save the spell next turn to level up Pantheon, right? Now I don't think that his hand is going to be unit like spell Pantheon. But if that's the case, he's gonna lose bit, I guess. But now that Nocturne's leveled, like being able to play out units to diminish their attack next turn is pretty good. 4 health though. Does he really not have a spell? I guess that was also another out, like he just doesn't have a spell. Usually single combat, I don't know, if he has single combat it's over. He just doesn't have a spell at fast speed. Maybe he does have Zenith Blade and it's unplayable. Wow, really? Zenith Blade, like Yuumi spell, Pantheon, and then X? Really? Wow, okay. I'm glad I made the pools I did then. Wow, okay. I guess he didn't have a spell there. So that was also an out, I suppose. But that matchup is unfavored for us, I believe. We just got relatively lucky with our draws, and then his decision to play the Yuumi instead of, say, like going wide with the White Flame earlier. Alright. Riven Viktor. Riven Viktor's an interesting one. We don't have an actual way of like dealing with their elusives. So it comes down to a mix of race as well as heal and burn. Not that our deck goes either of those like super phenomenally. This hand needs another 1-drop. Like Stygian 1-drop on turn 3 looks nuts here. Is that a reason to not play Solari Soldier on turn 1? I don't know. It really depends on the draw here. Fading is perfect. Fading is actually really good. Oh, 3 damage, perfect. So on like turn 3 you can go like Fading, Stygian plus X. Maybe there's also a unit that, oh my god. Wow, I can go triple Stygian next turn. Triple Stygian here is kind of cracked. I think that's the best play because it restricts his mana the most. Like, if he has double Mystic Shot, we still push a lot of damage. Oh my god, he can block none of them. Okay. I guess I just deal, like, a lot of damage to your face, huh? What a hand. And I even get to like attack with the Solari Soldier, and then I can pale into his bot. So right now I'm pushing 14. I don't think he can take 14 here realistically. So he has to give up his bot into the pale. Like, I don't know if he can just take 14 damage, you know? And then we even get the Valley trade here. Sheesh. Another pale. Next we can like sack off the Solari Soldier just to play the Crescent Guardian. Seems okay. Yeah, turn 3? Look at this turn 3. He's down to 5 health. That's even better than like Pirate Aggro. I don't know. Onto Dust. Onto Dust next turn is good. How do I play it next turn? I'm gonna just hold my mana here. I can go like Solari into Crescent Guardian next turn and then keep up my cards. This plays for blockers, okay. I want to have Crescent Guardian and Pale up next turn to quote-unquote be to get excited. I don't think there's any harm in blocking this one. It's like, I need my spell mana because I do have spells I want to play. And I need to make sure I can Nightfall this out. That's like my biggest threat. So is it better to Doom Beast here now? Because we get the damage off of the Doom Beast. That depends on what he does. Can I survive another turn? Like, I'm not getting damage through if I don't play the Crescent Guardian. Next turn, as long as I have, you know, mana up, I can go like onto Dust, or like Pale onto Dust Doom Beast. I shouldn't die from Burst, because he's probably forced to sack off his board here. I have a Pale here to be to get excited. I feel pretty comfortable in playing the Crescent Guardian here. Like, I don't know if there's a best way for him to kill it, and if he can't, it's pushing guaranteed damage. Right now, he still needs to play another unit. Okay. Maybe I should have like onto Dust the Stygian here. Like, that was a potential possibility. But now if he has like a Get Excited, it like dies. Interesting. I do want to take this trade if I can. The same down to 4 just means he dies to Doom Beast onto Dusk. But I don't have a card that actually benefits from that. So I need to do this just so I can like find a card to play. Perfect card, perfect. Because now he has to give me action next turn, and like he can't kill me without an action. Oh, and he loses his whole board. Alright, I guess we win. Cool. This perfect card, I needed him to give me one action, and I don't think he could have won without an action here. Doesn't have a unit anymore. So whatever he plays, I gotta go Heaven's Align Doom Beast, and then onto Dust is lethal. Yep, perfect. Stygian. Another Stygian. Alright, there's the final burn. We finally hit like the burn part about the end of the deck, because like Doom Beast is such a good way of like closing out the game. But we also hit like the early stride with the triple Stygian on turn 3. That was like kind of the nuts against the deck. Even though he has like fearsome blockers, maybe he consciously chose to not play them just because he might have thought he could get away with it, or he wanted to like try to set up like a counter lethal push. But 3 Stygians there was really tough for him to deal with, especially when he couldn't deal with any of them at all. Mono Shurima. This is the matchup I'm most curious about. I wanted to see if Nightfall can beat Mono Shurima, because like as an aggro deck, you kind of need to like, you know, it's kind of like the test. This hand is really good though. So I can go like Lunari into Solari into Stygian. Like triple 1-drop into Mono Shurima is very good, and Nocturne as well. Nocturne can be very good because of just the general lack of fearsome blockers. And of course just making something vulnerable. Alright, so we're just kind of going in here. And we expect him to maybe play like a Rock Hopper. Potentially we should have played the Dustbringer because of that. Like maybe just because it trades. We're still pushing 6. So at the end of the day, it's not the worst. But there was an opportunity where we could have played this instead. Then he would have blocked here, and then we would only push 4. Oh, this is the best case scenario. He's prioritizing his health total, which is good, which is okay for us. But I also think like limiting the Nightfall activator was like pretty smart. Ooh. Worst case scenario is he has like, oh, that's not the worst case scenario at all. So what's cool is here that we can still go Nightfall or Dust Petal into Nocturne, and then even if he plays a fearsome blocker, we can still onto Dusk and then just prevent the fearsome block from doing anything at all. The only unfortunate issue is that like having this vulnerable is very ineffective. This does mean you're gonna push 4 damage ideally. Oh wow, nothing. So he's like digging for a fearsome blocker, but it doesn't really matter because we can still use this to... Oh, I see. Okay. That sucks. I wonder if we... No, we save this. We save this. Because we have Unspeakable, we can like Dust Petal Unspeakable at some point. We might just Unspeakable his face now, just to like guarantee that we get a Nightfall like card that we can play out next turn. Because right now, if we don't hit another Nightfall card, we're sort of in trouble. Just because the onto Dusts are looking a little bit pretty in our hand, maybe a little bit too pretty. It's not the card I was looking for, but it actually doesn't like. It's not bad. Like no fearsome block from their side of the deck could be very good. The issue is this turn is kind of dead. Maybe we just like onto Dust once. Next turn we pop off the Evershade Stalkers and then just look to flood his board. It would actually be very good because if you can play 3 of them, he can't block them very easily. If we open attack here, we're also just dealing 4 damage. Which is pretty decent. Like, I don't think he can get away without playing anything else. And if he had Xerath, he would have played it by now, I think. Like, Xerath would put us in a really awkward spot. Oh, interesting. Fade. I think we still go in because of his relative lack of fearsome blockers. It should be net positive for us. Because, like, there's not much we're really threatened of. Like, as long as we develop, we're sort of outpacing him. And, like, you know, 4 mana just for 1 unit is... isn't looking the best for him, I will say. Yeah, it's like no units. So we aim to just, like, really lower him down here. What's awkward is these Aunt does have still remained kind of dead in hand. Right? Right. Kills 2 things and we can't prevent that. Okay. Let's see. So how much damage are we pushing right now? I think we need to just use this fading. What's awkward is, like, again, the Aunt does have sort of just been really sitting really prettily in our hand. So how much damage are we dealing? Say we swing, we get a push 4. 4 is not enough. We can push 6. 6 is probably not enough either. We really need a Doom Beast in our hand. I think we just do this and push 5. And then we'll Pale this turn, aim to hit, like, Doom Beast. Because right now we're quite behind. Well, not super behind, we just need to draw a Doom Beast. That's really all there is. Oh, interesting. Okay. We still push 5. It's not it. Just have 1 unit, another unit dies, but it's not like he has much tempo. Like, he needs to have a Zir. And if he has a Zir, I guess we lose. Unless we draw exactly Doom Beast here. Doom Beast, Doom Beast, Doom Beast, Doom Beast. Okay, but he doesn't have a Zir. Never mind. Oh, he needed to play the Roiling to level the Azir. And are we dead on board? 11, 17, 19. Okay, we're not dead this turn, which is which is better than expected, I suppose. We need to clear both Roilings, play out 2 units, and then draw into a Doom Beast. So if we gotta use up one of the... Oh, what? That dealt 5 damage? Oh, we're dead. Well, that was a fun game, you know. Because we play 1, it gets obliterated, he's dealing 11, 13, 18. Nice. Okay. Very fun game. Lord. I suspect this matchup to be quite miserable. Our strongest cards play into Make It Rains. And red cards, and gold cards. So I see this being pretty poor. We don't have Attack Token on turn 3, which makes Crescent Guardian just slightly worse. Diana is a good card. Like, we want units that have more than 1 health, ideally. Goat is decent because it makes his, like, deckhand awkward. I can just challenge the keg with my Goat. I don't want to pass on turn 2 because I do need to be attacking through. So it's probably just like Lunari into Goat. I can Diana that now. I don't hate it. I don't hate the Diana. I really do want to get rid of that. It makes my Nightfall turns for the next couple turns awkward. I do potentially get a gem. which could help me out. But like now he can like set up a keg into Make It Rain. Like any keg plus ping X style of like spells just really get me here. It's very hard to like avoid that. Like now he can just like set up deckhand into kegs. Okay. He could do it with the Bakai Reaper and gain like 2 slay procs, why not? Okay, fair enough. Like, is his plan to challenge it with the Merciless? Is that his plan? Pretty good plan for us at the very least. Our attack still isn't phenomenal. We really need to find a way to develop into this turn. Nocturne's not quite it. You just slam Nocturne here anyways. Like, this isn't a fearsome blocker. You can like red gold card this, but I don't know if that's super relevant. Just play it, right? Like he's sort of like not able to get this Bakai Reaper to block, which means he has to like stun it with TF or play like a fearsome block of his own, which he has neither of. Fantastic. And this is a free 5 damage. I've already seen it. Like just getting this damage through against the deck without healing is very important. Getting this gem will set up the Doom Beast, and then we have the Onto Dust. We have a lot of burn here, right? So we have like 2, 4, 5 burn at the very least. Again, into deck without any burn. So right now we're just on the path of racing him. Quicksand. He doesn't die. Oh no, it does die. Oh my god, I hate Quicksand so much. Wow, that's brutal. Oh my god. Wow, that sucks. That like unbelievably sucks. That sucks so much. Wow. If I get like Merciless 100 here, I feel pretty bad. I should have just like Unspeakable first, or I don't know. Wow, that Quicksand. Jesus Christ. Sure. Sivir's whatever. Do I just Unspeakable this? Set up an open attack. Using the oh, I should have done it after I lost on healing. Oops. Using the option to open attack if I want to. Woven. If I hit a 1-drop here, that's insane. Not quite. It's not really the 1-drop I was looking for. I really want like a Solari Soldier. Another Quicksand. That's super worth. He needs another Make It Rain here. Yeah, fair enough. I think that's still worth overall. Because like, I still don't see how he's racing us here yet. Because like, we have the Cloven Way if he commits to like a big unit, which to be fair, this deck doesn't really have many big units. But even if he only gets to play like 2 units this turn out, like the Cloven Way is gonna wreck house really, really badly. Like insanely badly. Especially when all of our units have... Oh yeah, perfect. Oh no, but it's not Faller. Wow. The TF is actually super annoying here because it makes like Cloven Way just really awkward. Because it's not a follower. I can't believe that's the thing that it's like getting me with. I need him to play like a 3-drop here. Please play a 3-drop. Or even like a 2-drop. Just play a unit here so I can Cloven Way it. God. What a weird turn of events. If I had like pinged the Sivir spell shot away, like I could develop the Cloven into the Sivir and that's like okay. But in this case, it's just... Ugh, it's what a weirdly awkward position. Huh? Like another make it rain? What? What is this? Actually, wow. Okay. That sucks. This Cloven Way is just, again, sitting pretty in my hand. Please. Please play a unit. I think I develop next turn, so if I'm developing, just knocking here. Please hit like... Yeah, that's good enough. So I can go like Heaven's Line into Doombeast into Cloven Way. I suspect he'll play at the very least one unit. Ale is not playable this turn. Stygian. Oh, but Sivir now has 4 health and can block one of these. That's kind of annoying. Hopefully he doesn't like find like a Mirai Warden. There should be very little chance that he has like Keg plus Make It Rain again, so whatever board we develop this turn should stick. At least enough for an attack. It was really unfortunate he had a way of like dealing with the other side of things. Maybe we could have like played Eclipse Dragon and like outvalued him, but that seemed a little bit of a stretch. It's like into this Cloven Way, I think he should have very little ways of dealing with it as well. Like he'll have to give up his TF this turn. Ways to line him up. Interesting. What is this line? How is he like actually playing around like my Cloven Way? That's like the most frustrating part of this all. Like he's somehow just like playing around Cloven Way. And it's like actually like frustrating. Like who the heck is like not playing a unit here to like block, but instead chooses to like just ping my 3-1 instead? Like what is this logic? So like he has to give up Sivir this turn. Unless he like actually plays a unit, you know? Like imagine that. Unless it's a quicksand. There's another quicksand, God help me. He's not playing it. Maybe he really does have quicksand. Might even lose to a quicksand. But like if he had a unit here, he should always develop. And then he quicksands both of these, he attacks for lethal. What? What spell is this? Sivir spell. Oh, I got the Waking Tombs back? Oh, Jesus Christ. So I trade this off for 3 damage. I think I need 3 damage here, because then I'm just like so close to Doom. There's no way. You have a quicksand? Oh my, wait, what? Huh? Why? But you could have blocked it. I don't, what? Oh, he won the Ruinous Path? Okay. That's pretty smart, I think. I'm not sure. That was a weird outcome. Perfect draw. Really good draw. I'm in an interesting spot here where like maybe I should actually play the Eclipse Dragon. It's like the Eclipse Dragon gives me some value, which I can always use the Doombeast later. As long as I survive this turn, like I should be fine. And maybe that's like playing the Eclipse Dragon. Let's see what we get off here first. Well, that's really good. Because we can play that as well. Or hit like a Great Beyond. Charge is also fantastic. Like, we're not dying this turn. And as long as we don't die, we should have lethal. Because he didn't show that if he had a quicksand, he would have used it last turn for sure. Oh, interesting pull. He's shown enough pings. Like, if he has like another ping, then like, fine, you got me. But you're not killing me this turn. I won't allow you to kill me this turn. I'm so good at it. This Pale's actually worth it at this point. Like, there's no There's actually no way he has, like, the last card is like a keg. If it is, then like, well, fair play, you know. If your last card is another line him up, you got me. But you did not get me. And now you cannot kill me. It's like, if it was a Sivir, like, the ricochet potential is possible. But now, like, I can finally just go wide and end the game. God damn, that was a monster of a game. Absolute monster of a game. Now we're fine here. Like, oh, we had to dig through so many make it rains and kegs, and oh, what a nightmare. It might be another TF, like he just red cards me and I feel like a silly bunch of stuff. But even through a red card, I still win. Earnest Path, yep. I mean, alright, I'll just end the game, why not? I had so much more damage too. Whew. Digging through all those red cards and make it rains, Jesus. I mean, that's Nightfall aggro, right? It has some very explosive turns, being able to not only use cards like Stygian to push a lot of damage in the early game, but also having Diana to act as a little bit more of a mid-rangey card. Allows this deck to play at like a few different speeds. It can go super aggressive on like turns 1 through 4 with like Stygians, and it can play a little bit longer game with like Diana Nocturne, allowing you to get value trades, very similar to like Auction Sivir does it. And then having like Burn with Doom Beast plus Fading plus Onto Dust plus Unspeakable Horror to just have a little bit of ways to close out games. Unfortunately, against Mono Shurima, it seems that it's still too slow of a deck, unless you like hit the absolute nuts. Or like there's certain games where I was just like missing Doom Beasts. But once they flip, it's just really over because a lot of your board is also ephemerals, right? But we had some pretty good games overall. Like the deck still feels very solid just as an aggressive deck. It's an aggressive deck that beats other aggro decks. And I guess there's always a spot for these. But it still feels rough around the edges. I don't know. It's still definitely a good deck, but I don't think it's good enough to be playing on ladder unless you're like a big fan of it, huge fan of it, go ahead. But I'd probably recommend something else for now. At least we'll see when the balance patch comes through and we get some changes. But still solid what it was in the past, and we'll continue to do that. But thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow in another video. So peace out guys and take care.